remembered by anyone anymore.
Fair enough.
Hi, I am Montiago. I will be playing Jin, and we both use he, him.
Hi, my name is Em. My pronouns are she or they. And I'll be playing Liz, who uses she, her pronouns.
And I'm Matt. I will be the DMGM today, and we will start. After the last great secret war that's been kept off of the official record books, people have been experience some semblance of peace. Most of the immortals now have gone underground, in a manner of speaking. They've laid low, sticking to the shadows the best they know. Some moved on and got a different life, different skill factor. Some have stayed within R.U.N.E and started to train the next generation, or doing the odd jobs, because as there's no major threat, monsters are still leaking out into the world. The ink that is spilled and they morph from is still coming, not in the great forms it was before, and not to the manner it was 100 years ago. However, since then, in the last 100 years or so, Jin, what have you been doing in the last 100 years?
Yes. So at the beginning, he probably would have gone home, spent time with the one who raised him. They probably live to an environment similar to like the Lake District, so that kind of esque. And then after that, he would have gone traveling. So he will probably try and find, because he has draconic abilities or powers. He would have gone and find other good dragons to see if they can teach him or pass on any like wisdom potentially, so he can like hone his abilities and strength from that. So that's what he'd been doing.
And what would Jin be doing right now? Just while he's, the day's quite nice. It's the weather's overcast, but it's quite fresh. In the same time, that when the wind's blowing through, it is quite fresh. And what is Jin doing? What is his morning routine looking like?
So his morning routine would probably be up early training. So he'll probably get his great axe out. Perhaps he's probably chopping wood for fire later on in the evening. Yeah, using what he's learnt on his journey.
Okay, so keeping active, not being rusty, keeping his screen. Does he still keep in touch with R.U.N.E?
Probably just in case they ever need him. That's why he always continues training, just in case one day he might be called back.
Perfect. As you are continuing chopping the wood so far today, you do get... Oh, I wouldn't quite swing like that. You're using far too much of the forearms and not enough of the back muscles.
Sorry, how should I swing then? I thought this was great form.
Oh, no, it's great form for slashing scales and various hides, but to chop wood, you're putting too much into the forearms, like I said. You probably want to swing more with the back muscles, take the pressure off a little. Let gravity do some work.
Perhaps a demonstration might help.
Oh, I think I could manage that. He walks over. He's quite short. He's about 5 foot. Kind of like a really tatty, salt peppered grey beard. balding hair that he's kind of like loosely tied into a ponytail, and like there's some strands that fall down by his ears. A scar that covers one side of his face where his left eye should be, and the other piercing blue right eye just like looks at you and is like, "Well, hand me the axe, boy."
Yeah, I'll pass him the axe.
Yep, he picks it up, and you just see him like you were doing before, but instead of like driving it through, he just kind of like let gravity take the axe down and just splits. He's like, "See, didn't strain myself whatsoever. You still have much to learn."
Apparently, do I know him, or is it just someone who just was watching me?
Oh, you know, you've spent some time with him. He's been staying with you for the last few weeks. This is Jean.
Man. Cool. He's like, yeah, I guess you're right, John. I will continue doing that from now on. Thank you.
Not at all, you know, whatever I can do to help you youngsters. And then he's about to talk again, and you get this beeping sound coming from your backpack and things that was left just by the cabin.
I will head over, check it out.
In there, it's like a mobile device. It's like flashing, and there's a big like screen that's like flashing red, and like it's it's ringing like a cross between an alarm and a ring.
Sure. I'm assuming I would know that that's potentially from R.U.N.E.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, this can't be good, and I'll answer it.
Hello, Jen. I wish this was a better call. I hope you've been keeping well. Are you alone?
No, I'm with someone. Do I need to be alone?
Well, just to hear this next bit, it might be a bit taxing.
Of course, no worries. Just bear with. And I'll just say to John, sorry, I gotta take this. I'll be in one moment, and I'll go find somewhere privately.
Yeah, perfect. You know, you just let him know you're going to be a moment. You manage to tuck around to get some space from him. You're out of sight and out of earshot. And
Great.
then, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, you were saying? I'm alone now.
Oh, yes. The Book of Sealing has been shattered. We was transporting it a few nights back, like we have done since the war ended, and it has been broken into multiple pieces. We tried to re-grab them all so we could perform the scene again. However, we was ambushed. We are calling all of you back into the fray. Whatever you was doing, I'm sorry, it has to be cut short.
No, that's fine. I've just been training all this time just in case an emergency might happen, just like this. Don't worry. I'll be on my way.
Okay, perfect. Go to the rune factory. It's in South London. Be there in the next 4 days. Yes, and all will be explained. You'll be meeting a librarian, Amita. She will meet you there.
Amita. Okay, got it. Thank you. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Yep. So immediately it hangs up, and immediately when you're like, okay, I've got to start getting ready and realise You start to notice this black ichor, like this ink, starts to pollute the lake.
Yeah.
And from the lake, it starts to bubble, and not one, not two, but 8 heads, like these serpent-like heads, bubble out from the lake, and they're connected to this one body. They're all like start to raise up and start to like spit flame and acid, and Jeanne kind of just like runs over and like pushes you out the way as this blast of acid and flame comes towards you, and Jeanne's just like, we need to, I take it that was the room, you need to get out of here now.
Yeah. But what about you?
I'm always okay. And he like flicks his hand up, and from his wrist where he was wearing like this you thought they were prayer beads,
Yeah.
but they're just like some beads, and like a couple of the beads come flying off and hit the nearby cabin and split into a portal. Quick, go.
Certainly. Be safe, and I will quickly grab all my stuff and head in.
So as you run through, you just see Jeanne, after he's opened the portal for you, he just like runs full pelt at like this hydra. You go through the portal closes, and Lice, what have you been doing?
So, Liz was pretty young during the last Great Secret War. I think she kind of proved herself a bit there and was given some tasks, kind of infiltrating some cults and kind of extremist groups, gathering intel and trying to bring them down. And I think since then, in recent kind of times, she's been taking a bit of time off for herself, in air quotes, but has been working on a project of her own. So you'd probably see in her apartment one of those walls with pictures, headline clippings, kind of threads leading between them all.
Okay. And is that what you've been doing this morning?
So this morning she's probably going around checking all the traps and little tripwires that she's got around her apartment, trying to make sure that no one's come in, no one's messing with anything.
Yeah. As you do that, you see that there's a person at your window. Just kind of like floating there, just arms folded.
Does it look like they've noticed Liz?
Yeah, definitely. They seem to be like staring, like, if not directly at you, but like where you would be.
Can I help you?
Oh. May I come in?
Depends what your purpose is.
Oh, I just want to chat.
Seems like we're doing that perfectly fine now.
If you would rather me not come in, it's
well,
fine.
why don't you introduce yourself first?
Oh, of course. I am Sakan. I have been keeping tabs on this little employment opportunity you've been doing, I guess. You know, you're... I should probably state I work for R.U.N.E, and he like flips open this badge where you see the symbol of R.U.N.E, which is like a pentagram with like 2 circles of runes.
You could have opened with that, you know? Come on in. And she's gonna take off the little traps by the window so you can float in.
And he just like steps in like he's just walking on air. Very good. Is everything been okay? Yeah.
I've been following a lead or two.
Good, good, good. And nothing, no ink, no ichor.
Not in a little while, no.
Good, good. That's good to hear, sure. Anyway. So, my main thing of coming here today is you may have known, but there's a bit of a issue. We've had a break-in when we was transporting the artifact. And we was just wondering if you've had reach of anyone or any news about it.
Is this to do with the Book of Sealing, perhaps?
That would be the artifact I am talking about, yes.
Then I suppose you'll be bringing in the big guns, will you?
Well, how it stands right now, everyone will have to revert back and join.
Well, I was right on the edge of something here, but I'll see that it's done.
Good, good. I mean, should you not want to, I can help with that also. And this guy tears at his face, which is a mask, and pulls it off, and like black ichor starts to pour from the tear parts, and these giant leathery bat wings form out of his back. His body bulges and hunches, and claws extend from his hand, and fangs appear from where the rip between the mask and where his chest, where the collarbones start, and like these fangs appear, and he's just like, "Now, you'll be one less that can interfere with my master's plans." And he like lunges towards you. What are you gonna do?
She's gonna cast invisibility, and yeah, disengage, get away.
Perfect. So this creature lunges towards you. This gargoyle, as you know, lunges, and you just sidestep, turn invisible, and he just frantically starts to go through your apartment, like raising chairs, like slashing at the walls, and trying to like just, he's frantically like looking for you. As that's happening, you do get a knock at your door. It's like
Well, that's good timing. Gonna go check it out.
yeah.
Trying to take a side route to see who it is, if that's
Okay.
possible.
Yeah. I mean, it's your apartment. You would know best way to navigate it. You managed to get round it. But because of the knock, the gargoyle now does like hear it, and like he's about to lunge straight at you as the door opens, and just standing in the doorway is this very tall man with a black like leather jacket. He has like this gun hoisted at his side, and like he just reaches for it. As he does, chains extend from his shoulder plates of the jacket all the way down to the gun, and it attaches there. And this gun should just be a single fire, but it just fires round after round after round, and this gargoyle is completely like cut in half as that happens. And he just looks and he's like, "You need to get to the rune factory as soon as you can. The rune forge. You know what I mean. You know the place we have to go." And you recognize this man now, like he's had a chance to go. He pulls down like his face covering he had, and like raises his hat a little bit. And you recognize this to be Grendon.
Good to see you again, Brendan. I'll take your word for it. Something seems a bit shifty here.
It would be good to see you the first time, but I take it this is a either a new thing or just a defensive measure. But
I
yeah,
got a bit surprised. Bit of a panic, shall we say?
you need to get to Ash as soon as possible. He'll be waiting for you. There's also rumors of a Liberian being there as well to brief you. We've had to call everyone back in, and just as he's like talking, you see on his wrist is like it's like a watch. It starts beeping and that, and he hits it, and he starts talking. He's like, "Yeah, this is Grendon. Yep, no problem. I'll be there. Give me 20." Um, and he's like, "I would love to stay and catch up, but these things are starting to make their move."
I'll be right on it. And she's going to head to her bedroom, pick up
Yep.
a rapier, and kind of hold out her little arm. And a little raven is going to fly out and help on it.
Perfect.
And then hop through the portal. Yeah.
Yep, nice. So yeah, you jump through the portal. Then we cut to what's Ash been doing in the last 100 years?
Setting down the groundwork for this. To the normal eye, just lovely little arts and crafts store. Anything you could think of is there. But for anyone who is more in tune with the organization and all that, it's one of the largest confinement complexes that we have in the Northern Hemisphere. Has its own transformation network built in as well that he's spent meticulously getting all the locations around the world that are important tuned in so that they can move back and forth with ease.
Okay. And how was Ash's morning compared to the last few mornings?
Frantic with the news coming through. Just phone call and meeting after meeting, just trying to figure out how it went so wrong.
Yeah, as you like just finish a phone call, you get a knock at the door, and just entering, you see this youngish woman of color enter the room. She's wearing like a nice black kind of blazer with a black shirt, black tie, wearing like kind of like some leather kind of trousers. They've got like some like reinforced brown leather knee pads on them, and these quite high-heeled boots. Definitely not a office worker with these boots. That they definitely seem to have some tread. And she just walks up. Oh, I don't suppose this would be the place to order a sandwich, would it?
I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a vast difference between us and a sandwich shop.
Oh no, I'm quite aware, but I'm sure you would be willing to make me a, I don't know, a bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
I'm going to ask again, you sure you're looking for a sandwich here?
Oh, 100% bacon, lettuce, tomato with extra special sauce.
What's in the sauce?
Oh, well, you can put a great deal of things, but I like mine with a bit extra chili.
Oh, gotcha. And the one hand, which is more mechanical in nature, is going to just detach. And it's going to wander around the store, turning and flipping switches, so it'd be like a sheen comes over the front of the store. Closed sign, door locked, and I suggest you should be following me then.
Oh, definitely.
Apologise for the tardiness.
No, not at all. After you.
And as the hand comes back and reattaches, go out into the back warehouse that looks normal until you go to a specific zone in the warehouse and the pallets aren't really pallets. It's more of a door that goes down.
Nice.
Your first time here, or?
Yes, I've recently became a librarian.
Well, as long as you stick with me, you should be fine. It does get confusing.
Yes, I mean, I've been doing the theory behind it. They've just said that, you know, we've had a protocol in place if things was to go slightly left with the Book of Sealant, you would be the one to come to. Oh, I'm Amita Silver.
Pleasure to meet you, Ash, head director of the Northern Isles.
Yes, yes. That was one thing I was quite shocked with. You've set up base in South London, but you're the head director of the Northern Isles. It's quite the...
You get used to it. I prefer it here. Climate's a bit better.
Yes, quite. Just, you know, there's still some things I need to learn. Let's see. As you get down into what looks like ground floor, it's just these archways of like different like lean-tos almost like and like in each one there's like a circle with runes and energy just like being pumped into them. They're all like flashing, and then there's this central archway that has like a kind of locked door in it, and Amita's like, oh, which doorway is it again?
Well, I'll let you have a guess. I don't think all of them have special locks now.
No, quite right, but I thought it might have been like, you know, oh, look over here when something over here is happening.
No, it's not all that fancy.
Oh.
Well, the main premise of the whole facility and design is, but not everything can have bells and whistles now.
No, that's completely fine. And as she's walking, following you, as you're taking her to the main door, you open it, and through there, you have rows and rows of like containment fields, like isolation single unit prison cells, not designed to keep humans locked up, designed for something far more. And then through that, you have this central room that is this meeting area where you've got this giant glass table, screens, and just like it goes up like 3 floors where like you could easily fit like 150 people in here and have like a debate. You know, it's definitely a nice big room. As that happens, you see that the emergency portals that are based in this room start to flash, and the buttons next to them start to pulse and go a bit haywire.
Well, that's either a really bad sign or a really good sign. We'll find out in a second.
Oh, do I need to prepare anything? Need to make sure anything's done? I've got section 12 ready to go.
I think we should be fine. I'm just going to send this to go get something. Hand's going to detach.
Yep.
Just scurry off to another part of the facility. And after like a couple of minutes, it's going to just come back dragging a rapier across the ground. I left it upstairs, like a bit forgetful lately. It's been a very stressful morning, as you can probably tell.
Oh, yes, we've already lost 18 of the 30 librarians that's been sent out.
Well, looks like you're lucky then, kid. You got me to watch you over you.
Oh, quite.
Just gonna, once the hand gets back, actually lean down and get the sword, the rapier, because let it reattach and just wait to see what comes through the emergency ones.
As both of them light and flash, and there's like this burst of white light, both of you two come flying through the portalway And now that all three of you together, it would be a great time if you all could give us a little bit of what your characters look like. We'll start with Jin.
Sure. So yeah. Jin is obviously human. Pale skin, blue eyes. He's got brown hair. That's kind of tied up into like a long ponytail. And he's wearing purples and blue clothing. And he will have his great axe attached to his back.
Nice. Nice.
I guess standing at the top of the staircase,
Yep.
next to the librarian that you guys have been told to meet, will be this guy dressed head to toe in quite comfortable looking clothes, nice over jacket with a very comfortable looking shirt, but a kind of two-piece mask over his face and an artificial arm on the one side, with the rapier on the side where the actual normal arm is. Kind of looking puzzled that you just got injected into the center of this room with these bright kind of lights for the eyes and around the mouth, with the darkish kind of bluish tones on the arms and hands.
And with Liz, I think initially you'd just see a raven floating there, seemingly on its own without its wings spread, but she's going to drop her invisibility.
Okay.
And you would see wearing kind of dark hooded clothes, pale skin with freckles, bright green eyes. She's got short white hair. She's painted her nails kind of matte black. Carrying, a rapier tucked in her side.
Yeah. Perfect. So, Liz, as you see, you enter the room and you see Ash, who's standing at the top of the stairs. Jin, you're not quite familiar with who you're seeing, but you do recognize the formal dress of Amita being one of the librarians, and all librarians wear that kind of formal dress, so you recognize that. So you definitely know you're in the right places. And
Great.
Amita's like, "Oh, are you the only two that came?"
Looks like that so far.
Seems so.
Oh,
Not a great reception now, is it?
Were you
You're
expecting more?
yes.
Definitely hoping so. That's really bad.
Well, clearly they got to the librarians before they could make contact. And then just as that happens, you just hear librarian terminated. And Amita just looks up, says, "We've lost another one. That brings it to 19.
I'm going to rush to the console to find out which one it was.
Okay, yeah. As you run to the console, you tap away, and just the picture of Jeanne comes up.
No.
At this rate, we're not going to have any librarians left.
Well, I think if this is all that's came, I think we should start the protocol. At least, try and get some. You could see she's trying to like keep very business, but
Yeah.
you could see she's very taken back by everything that's happening.
Well, better time than the present. You want to bring your key up here and just going to pull it a couple of glass cases up, taking mine from like around from like a pocket in the neck and putting it into the one side of the console.
Yeah, and Amita just runs over, puts her key into the other side.
I wish we didn't need to do this in this day and age or time.
Well, all things happen for a reason, but I agree. If it didn't have to happen, it would be much better.
You two want to brush yourselves up and join us up here, since at the end of the day, this is all we've got?
Sure.
Sure.
If it's just us.
Voice coming through like a tannoy instead, like he ran off somewhere.
So what do we know about what we're up against?
So last night we did the routine move around with the Book of Sealing, like we have been doing for the past 100 years. Every 10 years we change the date all the time, but every 10 years before the summer solstice we moved the Book of Sealing around. Obviously we don't keep to the same date, time, or even the same unit moving it. However, the unit moving it was ambushed, and like as she's doing that, she's tapping away and she's bringing up any like security footage that was around near there, and you just see like this car being completely overtaken by this giant truck, and like people after people just pour out of this giant truck and start to go for the people in the car. Then you see one of them grab the Book of Sealing, which now you see it, understanding it to be a Book of Sealing, you see it's more like a tablet, like a stone tablet. Can't really determine much detail from it, but definitely book is probably, I don't know why they called it a book.
Can you pause it there?
Yes, of course.
Are you able to enhance the image a bit? Get
yes.
a picture of this guy?
I can definitely try and do that. She like clack at the keys and scrolls through and zooms in on this picture. And what you see is this guy. He's human. He has one green eye, one blue eye, black tied up hair, in like a very neat bun, apart from a bleach blonde fringe that's like very messy and like kind of curls just over one part of the face. And he has two scars on the left hand side of his mouth. That one goes through like quite close to the center, but is still more to the left side. And one goes just next to it. And he's wearing like black dark clothes, but he has like this red kind of cloak with him.
And Liz is kind of noting this in her head, keeping that in mind.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, with your skill set, 100%, you would be able to track that image in your mind. Yeah.
I'm assuming this gentleman's a new face. We haven't dealt with him before, have we?
Roll me a history check.
Oh.
Kind of snapping back to reality, Ashley's going to look at the screen.
Yeah.
See if any bells ring. If not, just going to go back to messing with the terminal and trying to purge the facility of anything that's contained at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a 3, so...
You look at this face, but you can't help noticing before that Jean's face that was on the screen. And that kind of like floods in your mind and kind of clouds your memories. But you're definitely almost certain that you don't remember this face you currently see.
Okay.
And as you go through the terminal, you find that there's there's 3 emergency stations broadcasting, not including your one. You know that an emergency station is when a librarian and one of the heads put their keys in at the same time. That triggers the emergency station. You know 3's broadcasting. And you had a few inks in the in containment, which now you've set the want for a better term, the incineration upon them to make sure they can't escape.
Well, that should be here, safe for any threats for now, at least on the inside. Outside should hold up as well.
Well, very good. And then she goes back and like continues the footage, and you see this guy that you've clocked the image of. He grabs the Book of Sealing and starts to make away from it. You then see the last 2 members of the squad that's in the car. These look to you like to be librarians, and once they activate their key to give them their weapon and their armor that comes over one of their arms, you definitely have that 100% like in your head, okay, they're librarians. And you just see them get slaughtered like nothing by this guy. But make me a perception check, those that's watching the footage back. Ash, are you still doing your thing, or are you watching the footage?
I'm still going to be doing terminal. See if there's anything I can do for any other facility.
Yeah.
I got 16.
16?
8.
8. Okay, so with the 16, what you see but Liz, you don't see, you manage to see him move, and you see him draw his sword and quickly sheath it to hack away at these 2 librarians. But that was only because she was focusing, but like to the naked eye, it looks like he doesn't move at all.
Yeah. I'd be like, wait, whoa, what was that? Could we rerun the footage?
Oh yes, of course I can. And she goes back, rewinds the footage. Would you like me to play it faster, slower?
Slower. That'd be great.
So she slows it down to like half speed. You still don't see him move. Slows it down even
Go frame
further.
by frame, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh.
I swear he moved his sword. I don't. Yeah.
So as she starts to break it down frame by frame and clicking through each of the frames, that's when you slowly, even then it's very difficult to discern him drawing the sword and sheathing it again.
How? That's ridiculously quick.
And you see Amita, she kind of like winces again, and like you've noticed she's been doing this like rewatching the footage, because this armored car, it was 4 librarians and 3 elite, like yourselves. You would class yourselves as an elite member, but yeah, they just got torn apart like they were nothing.
Who is this guy? Do we not have any sort of records of who he is?
I can probably link, try and see if there's anything circling, and try and get some information.
Is there any audio for this, or?
Let me find out. And she's going back and clacking through the screens, and the only audio given is for that first impact of like when they're in the car and just the lorry driving into the car. As soon as they leave the car, the audio stops.
Is there a way to track him? Do we know where he went after this?
Unfortunately, the footage we have stops after this point, and she just plays it to the end of the footage, and literally after he cuts down the last two librarians, he just turns, looks, it's almost like he knows exactly where the CCTV cameras are, looks directly at
Yeah.
them, and then just like kind of starts to melt into the ground.
Okay. What are we dealing with? Sorry, Amita, did you say we could figure out who he is using our system? Is there a way to type in his description? Maybe something might come up.
I probably would need some help here. Is any of you good at like investigating or anything like that?
I think I've done a bit of that. Yeah.
Oh, if you could help me, that would probably speed up process. And she kind of loosely shows you what you have to do.
Let's to it.
Okay, perfect. What I will need from you is 3 investigation rolls.
Okay.
I will come back and get them in a second. As
Sure.
Ash, you're still scrolling through the emergency terminal, and you do manage to find one transmission.
Mm-hmm.
The transmission is, this is Raven Oradarion, leader of the Southwest Isles, in breach and commander of the elite squad Stars. We have intercepted a few inks and have made our way to link up with other survivors. If you are a survivor and you are surviving, please reply to this message so that we can continue the support and regain control of this situation.
What did he say? 1 second.
It's just like,
Sure.
oh hell.
Director of the Northern Isles, Ash. R.U.N.E factory at the moment is locked up. The emergency teleportation system still operational. We may be going shortly to do something, but please use it as a fallback position if needed. Everything should be ready and safe. Anything contained within facility has been purged. Over and out.
A few moments pass, and then you do get, thank you, Ash, for the update. We will rendezvous at R.U.N.E factory for base of operations. We have severely injured members of R.U.N.E coming in. Do you have sufficient support to aid them?
Skeleton crew at the moment, but something could still be sorted out. Medical facility not being used. Automatic systems should be able to deal with anything minor.
We will be there within the hour. Mortals still unaware of secret. That is priority.
Good to hear.
And yeah, what were your 3 investigation rolls?
So the first was a 15, which is pretty low.
Yep.
Then I got a nat 20 for 33 total.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
And then a 28.
Perfect.
Nice.
So that is 2 successes and 1 fail. The pass rate was a 20, so
Oof.
that's good. So you do manage to clack away, and you do manage to find out what you was, at least a lead of some kind. You get coordinates come up of like energy trace of where his last energy spiked. When you look at it, it's like you look at the coordinates and then you look at the map, Lise, given your specialty, and the coordinates and the map link up, and it's like in the middle of what should be the Bemuda Triangle.
I think I've got something over here.
You do? What did you find?
Well, the last energy trace that I can find was in the middle of the Bemuda Triangle.
Of course it is.
Guess that's where we gotta head.
It seems so. Any ideas how we are going to get there?
Since you guys came in through the emergency system, we've got a way. Have you all got your gear, what you need? Weapons, tools, anything of that?
I'm all set.
Should probably take a couple of healing potions if we got them in store.
The information I've got at the moment that anything in the healing facilities will need to be stepped here, but we can check the armory. There might be stuff there for expeditions.
Worth a look. Don't know what we're heading in for. And what we do know does not bode well.
I'm going to, after the key's already activated, so I'm going to take it out and just pass it over to one of you two. I do have other stuff to do at the terminal. I've got to get other stuff prepared. There is people of the organization coming here eventually, so use my key, check whatever you can. We'll get going as soon as everyone's ready.
Will do.
Just follow the signs. You should be able to read them fine, because, you know. And if you don't follow the signs, good
I
luck.
think I can manage. Don't worry. Alice is going to go following the signs for the armory.
Deliberately more difficult than it needs to be, but you easily are able to navigate it, just to add an additional layer just in case somehow any mortals did manage to get down here. Each third sign is a contradiction of the first two signs you read. So it's like, continue this way, and then it's like, no, go back 5 steps, turn left, turn right, do upside, and then it's just like, okay, but you managed to piece together the kind of pattern, given what you've been doing in your spare time recently, easily enough to figure it out. But yeah, you do manage to get to the armory. In there, there's various, like, few weapons, nothing major, just enough to arm like a small army, just with the basic needs to protect. And you do manage to see that there is 3 health potions. They are superior health potions, 3 of them. But there's not much else in there. Like I said, the armory is very well stocked. It's just not stocked for like the magical means. It's just for the basic, because anyone that would need magical weapons, they should have their stuff with them.
Is there like a burglar's pack or anything?
Yeah, there's some
effect?
there's some
Okay.
like explorer's pack. There's some rope and some basic like torches. There's
Picking up one of them in the healing potions, I guess.
Perfect. Yeah, there's a couple of like radios, some burner sending radios that have like a link to each other, sort of thing, kind of like sending stones.
Picking up a few of those.
Yep. Perfect.
And then heading back.
Perfect.
That was. I could have done with a heads up about that, but made it there.
What about the signs?
Yep.
Well, if you didn't have your vision, you would have got lost in there for the rest of your existence, or at least until I got bored enough to come find you.
Well, lucky it didn't come to that. I got you a healing potion each, superior,
Ah,
and one of these burnophones so we can communicate if we get separated.
that's great. Thank you.
And I am good to go.
Okay. As you know, you spent time going there and come back. At that time, you have had another communication through Ash, and it's Raven again. She's just get the communication. Are you ready to accept us? I aware I'm ahead of schedule, but
We're just about to head out, so if you want to come now, yes, I can at least give you a proper greeting.
perfect. We are coming from Section 8, so we'll be using that teleportation circle.
We'll meet you in the teleportation center.
See you in, then.
Well, we have friends coming. Some are going to be injured, but we're going to leave the facility under their command, and I guess we'll be using Bemuda Triangle, right?
That's the one.
Closest one. It's either 11 or 14. Just going to take a coin out of his pocket and flip it. Well,
to know.
14 it is.
Oh, sure.
As you flip the coin, decide on 14. The guys do come piling through Section 8 teleportation circle, led by Ash, who you know as Raven. For the other guy, actually, yeah, both of you two would know this as Raven as well. She was fighting alongside you guys a long time ago.
Nice.
Human, like the rest of you. She has like long flowing hair. It's like kind of braided, like half down, half braided. Half of the hair is blonde, the other half is dyed pink. She has a few more tattoos than you last remember, and she's wearing like a sleeveless duster jacket, kind of like a tight armored corset kind of ordeal. It's like got like reinforced like metal plates in it, covering all like the vital areas, just like having the full sleeves on show. Very like muscled, athletic build. As she comes through, she's like, "Well, aren't you all good? Well, good to see you all." Ash,
Pleasure, always.
yes. Lise, you're looking
Good to see you
well.
again.
And,
Likewise.
yeah, well, thank you. I try. You know, when you're as old as me, you have to put a bit more effort in. And you, Jin, was it?
That's me.
Yes, off on an adventure. Has anyone else been brought here?
No, it looks like you're going to be the ones left here for now. Oh, good point. Hey, Liz, could I have the key back? She might need it.
Here you are.
So, I don't think I need to explain to you what this does.
Ah, the ancient technology that is keys.
Well, since I'm going out, I'm going to put you in command. We've lost enough people and librarians as it is. Make sure she doesn't suffer the same if you can, please.
Of course, I will keep Amita safe as well as I will keep my own librarian safe.
Just try and shut down the network afterwards and only let people in that you know. As don't take
Of
any
course.
other emergency risk.
Of course. You have a lead, I take it?
Well, 11 or 14. Closest teleports we have towards the Bemuda Triangle, and that's what this found digging through the terminal network.
Oh, joy. You know, the mortals call it the Bemuda Triangle. It's more like Monster Gate, if you ask me. But I don't know. Maybe the Bermuda Triangle kind of feels a bit better to say.
Well, make sure your people are sorted, okay?
Thank you
Enough of
very
a
much.
issue as it is.
And then just as like you say, tell she's in charge, her librarian comes through the portal. Very like short, portly gentleman, shaved head, really thick, bushy red beard, wearing like that same kind of suit get up that Amita's wearing, but he's taken his blazer off and it's just like wrapped around this other guy's abdomen area, kind of suppressing the wound as he's helping him through. And he's like, "Well, Ash, it's a way. Good to see you. Let's put it that way. Ah, Lise, Jin, I take it you've all been doing well."
I'm doing all right.
Have been. Yes.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, don't let me stop you on your grand adventure. However, if you need a librarian that can really, and like he taps his sword that's like holstered at his waist, get down and dirty with everyone else, give me a shout.
Who are the worst that you've got with you at the moment? Do a bit of treatment before I leave.
I can't really hear you, Ash, with your mask. Like, I don't get the mask. Like, you're driving a motorbike or something?
You don't need to know about the math. Anyway, you're worst at the moment. Barely holding on. How many?
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't know why you didn't just say that in the first place. We've got about 16 injured and 4 in critical.
Alright, get the 4 in critical together for me, and can't do too far away. And some of the ones that are in medium condition.
Oh yeah, the injured, and he just points as like now the full 30 people have come through. Points and he's like, right, so these 16 are the injured, these 4 are the critical, and like literally gives you like in a matter of a few seconds, but it's a super detailed report. And he's like, don't worry, we've spoken to the council, and the council's given Raven clearance to use the protocol.
Any means necessary, that's fine. And he's going to pull out his rapier, hold it in front of him. And as he finishes chanting a couple of words, he's going to point it towards the group that's the worst off and just mass cure wounds on the 6 of them.
Perfect. Gonna roll some healing for them.
They'll at least get those out of critical, and they could probably actually get up on their work.
Well, you're a gentleman, Ash. You definitely are a gentleman. It's going to be sad when you get eaten in the monster gate, but
You know, if I don't, I'm going to come back kick you in the balls, right?
yeah, you've been saying that for the past 200 years, old man.
Give me a second, I'm going to fucking flip this. Alright, Sketch, I've got the number odds or evens.
Even.
Okay, it was odd. The hand's going to detach and just run across the ground and then ball up into a fist. I've just got some speed and just...
Just, good. Good to know you haven't gone soft.
Yeah. Wasn't really a kick, but it's the best I can do. We need to leave.
You do that. We got things tied down here. And as you go over to what portal number did you decide in the end?
14.
Perfect. So as you go over to portal 14, you dive through and white energy takes you away. And that will be where we will take break for now. Welcome back. So, just before the break, we had other members of R.U.N.E meet up with the three survivors we have here, and then Mita, the librarian. They Ash gave a quick handover and beat up one of the librarians just to teach him a lesson. The librarian was happy that he hadn't gone soft. And our heroes here disappeared into white light, jumping through the portals. As the white light clears from your vision, you hit black sand. As you look around, and wherever you can see, you see black sand that turns into rocks, that turns into cliff retreats, that turns into a mountain, a volcano, and you see lava spewing. You see some burnt trees, and you hear the cacophony of screams and roars of various different creatures that some of you have only heard about, and you've not had the unfortunate luck to actually face them. But you definitely realize you're at Monster Gate, or as it's commonly known, the Bemuda Triangle.
Well,
Well, we're in the right place.
seems like it. Now what?
Liz is going to cast Mage Armor for
Okay,
a start.
perfect. What does your mage
Have-
armor look like as you cast it?
I think it's just kind of making a slight shimmer
Okay,
around the edges. Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, I think I'll do that for a bit. Just gonna go down, grab a handful of sand,
Yep,
and throw it up in the air over us, and
Yep.
cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
okay.
I think we all know what we're really here to do: deal with him and get the book back. Trying to not deal with any of the small riffraff will be more than ideal if we can avoid dealing with them.
I can agree. Yes, that's a good idea. Any ideas which direction?
Oh, I think you will step no further. As you hear this sound of metal plate armor clacking as this knight steps forward. You will step no further. And he draws his sword. It's like kind of just in the shield.
Wait, we don't need to resort to fighting just yet. Let's talk.
You invaders of my world want to just talk.
I mean, if that's okay, we don't always have to resort to fighting, necessary fighting.
Okay, let's talk. What do you butchers want in my world?
We
We're looking for an individual that took a book.
Liz is going to, in her palm, make a little minor illusion of the guy she saw.
Okay. Roll me a performance
Sounds-
check. Let's see how well you get that.
Ooh, a performance.
I'm gonna give you advantage on it.
Nope. That's going to be a 10.
Okay. So you do get a good likeness to it. It's just the knight seems not unwavering or retreating. I will give you one more chance to go and leave here The members of R.U.N.E are not welcome here.
We're just after something that was taken from us. Once we retrieve it, we'll be gone.
Oh, once you've retrieved it, you will be gone. Is that so? The Phantom Whisperer knows to be gone, do they? They know not to whisper and steal and illusion and destroy us monsters when they see us.
Well, if you know our reputation, perhaps we could just go by. You know what we're gonna do if you make this into more than it needs to be.
It's true, you all have put many of my children away, and in some cases, looks directly at you, Ash, have stopped them from returning back to me and completing their life cycle. But you do not threaten me here. I will say to you again, leave here, or I will make you leave.
We don't really have a choice here.
I don't think we're going to be able to talk this out.
No, it's fine. We'll leave. And he's gonna turn towards the portal.
Okay.
And as if the others are following,
Mm.
casts invisibility on both of them, and then kind of tries to dash behind a tree. I think you said there were some burning trees nearby.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. All of you roll me stealth check because you are invisible. So that will give. I would say this will give you advantage on this because obviously you're still on sand, so you would still be able to see feet.
Pass without trace,
pass
but
without
don't leave.
trace.
Yeah, don't leave tracks.
Okay. I would still like a stealth check though.
Yeah.
With your +10s.
I'm gonna do these one at a time because when I do them at the same time, it always fucks up. So that's a 34 total.
Okay.
40.
40.
32 as well.
Nice. Yeah, you will manage to hide your appearance, and the knight just returns his sword and just like hobbles away. And as he goes, roll me a perception check.
Is that all of us?
Yeah.
Bad 27.
27.
9.
14.
9. So you with the 27, you would notice the knight just whispers to a couple of shadows as he goes past. But then he does continue out of sight.
Worst part about this, I don't know where those two are either.
That's the thing. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Do you say they left? He left, or do you leave shadows, or do you just was talking
He
to
spoke
each
to
of them?
shadows
Spoke
as
to
he
shadows
left.
so he left, yeah.
Okay. Do we see these said shadows, or?
Yeah, you would all be able to see these two shadows. They're quite big shadows. They're not like, it's quite weird. They're kind of like humanoid in a sense. But you wouldn't have seen him speak to them as they leave. Only Ash would have caught that with him.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So maybe a loophole here. Pastoral Trace says it doesn't leave any tracks. But what if you're deliberately leaving a mark? Would it still erase it?
In terms of like a track, yes. If it's like, oh, I'm gonna X the tree here so that I know I've walked past this tree, then I would say no.
Now I'm going to draw an arrow in the sand so if the other two can see it, they know that's the direction I went.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Liz is going to send Nocturne, who's a raven, just kind of circling in the air a little bit.
Yep.
Above her.
Okay. You
Partly kind of keeping an eye out, partly trying to just let them know.
Okay.
I think they'd recognise the raven.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of a bit of your calling card.
I'll head towards the raven then. If
Okay,
I
perfect.
see.
And then seeing the raven there, and then the arrow appearing on the ground, you all hopefully are going in the right direction.
Hello, anyone there?
I'm here.
It's kind of disadvantage to have a voice like this when you're trying to be quiet.
Just making sure we're all together. Okay, sorry. I'll shut up.
No, you're fine. You're a bit quieter than I am. Just it's like constant rumbling as he speaks.
Cool.
I guess we continue going around the aisle. I'm just going to draw on a arrow. Maybe that way.
We can't see me nod, but yeah.
As long as my timekeeping is correct, we've got a good 55 minutes of this, so we can definitely scout the land and be a lot more inconspicuous. Remember, everything on this isle wants to kill us.
So I think
Yeah.
Liz is going to step out from the tree just so they can see what she's doing.
Okay.
And she's going to cast Disguise Self to make her look like that figure that they saw in the recording.
Ooh, nice.
Interesting call.
And then step back into the shadows just so.
Okay, perfect. As you continue ahead, disguised as the knight, the two shadows that were standing there, they reveal to you, at least, their faces very gaunt, almost skeletal, and they just nod as you're walking past.
Just gives them a nod in return.
And they kind of just they're like hovering in space, on that space. Yeah. You definitely, in fact, roll me a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
And that is another nat 20, so 23.
Nice. You remember these? You did study these. These were one of your elected monsters you chose to study when you was studying before the war broke out. These are death shrouds. You know they're very potent, and if you are hit with their scythe, things are not necessarily the best after that.
So I think she's kind of striding forward confidently and kind of guiding them in place behind her.
Guess we'll follow while because we're still invisible. Because I'm guessing
Yes.
it's also concentration for an hour, isn't it? Yeah. Just make sure I got times correct. Or is it 10 minutes?
It's an hour. So
So both pass without a trace and that line up perfectly. Then okay.
Nice.
Maybe one will disappear like a few seconds before.
Yeah.
Just to split hairs.
Yep. Technically, yes, because the invisibility was cast after I cast pass without a trace. So
Yes. You have 54 minutes and 30 seconds on Pass Without Trace and
Not
55 minutes.
Time on
and counting.
Stopwatch. Anyway.
As you're going about, though, you do see more things. You see the Death Raptors, which are like the combination of a Tyrannosaurus and a zombie and a pterodactyl. They're like a fusion of them.
Oh.
Yeah, they have like these giant wings on their forearms and they can leap into the air. And you also see the basic variety of Tyrannosauruses, Triceratops, and all these kind of dinosaurs. As well as like a various barrage of other monsters that you've read about. You see them come there. At the moment, they don't seem to be paying any heed to you.
Just for question's sake, is there corpses around?
In terms of like, so yes, there would be, because they do need to eat, but not.
Not usable in a sense.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. More carcasses than corpse.
Yes, correct. Yes.
That's fine. I guess we just continue investigating the best we can.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check, then you.
is that all of us?
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
That's not great. 15.
25?
Dirty 20.
Okay, nice. Lise, you do manage to find the trail, and are able to circumvent it from the research you did beforehand, and also to what you've managed to pick up now. And you are getting a very strong scent of primal energy, as well as you're getting that man's energy reading. It's coming from like the left, like slight off to the left, more towards where the volcano lava is spewing.
Kind of striding confidently in that direction.
Keep on following.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, nothing else to do.
As you continue walking, I'd say you've been now walking for the better part of 40 minutes, maybe 50. You do stumble across that knight again. He is just like ahead of you. And you will see him in front of these giant obsidian gates that just circle, like seem to be like gating off like the volcano entrance. He kind of bows and the gates just whoosh. He walks in and they shut again. Moments pass and guards come out. These guards are very similar to what attacked you in your apartment. They are a combination of half human, half kind of bat, with like some gibbon like long arms with like these leathery wings, and where a neck should be, it goes from chin to collarbone, just these open hole where like fangs appear.
Gives them a nod and
They're
tries
just,
to
and the gates just.
So have we gone through the gate at this point?
The gates have just opened now for you. Yeah.
Okay. Nod in recognition,
Yep.
and keeping on.
Yes,
Passing
we
through.
rush in as well because
Yeah.
Yep.
Before the gate closes, like
because it closed quickly after he went through. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you managed to like just as you like rush through and like this whole thing is just in time for the invisibility to drop. Just as like you get through the gate.
I think it's safe to say that anything that happens here is going to be life or death.
Are they all on the other side of the gate?
No, they managed to come through with you.
I mean, the guards and
Oh yeah, so
yeah.
there's a few guards there, but they're mainly now you can hear chanting, and it's coming up from like near like the top of the volcano. This gateway is like halfway up there, and like you just start to hear chanting, and most of the guards on the inside are like you're smart enough to realize like they're probably attending wherever this chant has come from, and there's just this Daja, Yaja, Aja.
Seems like something's going on up ahead.
I'm guessing that's where we need to go.
Could
Well-
Liz send Nocturne kind of scouting
Yes.
up ahead?
Of course you could. You want to give me a perception with Nocturne?
That one.
So as Nocturne goes to scout up ahead, the smoke billows from the volcano just clouds its vision, and they cannot see clear enough.
Yeah, it's pretty cloudy up ahead. Volcano and all that.
Well, I guess we'll proceed with caution then if we don't exactly know what's up there.
Should I recast some spells or?
Depends how many times you can do it. I don't know if it's safe for me to save it in case we need it for a
I
potential
could do
big
it for
fight.
the two of you once more, but it might be worth saving some resources.
Yeah, I think I have the only way out of here, if I'm correct.
It's up to you. Yeah.
Well, let's just see how close we can get without drawing too much attention.
Okay, sounds good.
As you continue your way up the pathway there, the chanting gets louder and louder as you go, and the good thing about this is there's no any guards or anything that would or should be there. They're not there, but the chanting's getting louder and louder and louder. And when you've continued to climb quite enough, you come to this group of people. There's probably about, I say people, this group of beings. There's about 1,000 of them here, and there's one in the center. Just like standing over where like there's this opening in this volcano, like not the peak of the volcano, but it's like a second opening, almost like a second peak. And he's standing in the middle of this lava, standing on top of it. Least you do get this as a confirmation target of who you looked for on the, because you committed it to memory. His face fits exactly right. And as you're there, he's just like, well, this is a remarkable time to be alive. We, the neglected beings that have lived only in nightmares, soon should take our rightful place at the top of the food chain. R.U.N.E will rule the day they ever thought to seal our forefathers away. With this, I cast away their hope of sealing us again. And you just see him throw the parts of the Book of Sealing into the lava.
No.
But I hear you all call, who will lead us? Now that our great generals are not so great. I will lead you to the next stage of our reign as kings and queens of this world we will create. I will lead us. And you hear like one person from the crowd just be like, "You're a half-breed. You can't lead us. You don't know what it's really like." Ah, of course. A non-believer. I know better than any of you what it's like to be seen as a monster. My mother, a devoted follower of R.U.N.E, cast me out when I was not but a child, for I was too monstrous for her. My father turned his back on me, for I was too human for him. I know better than all what not belonging means. So come with me, and we will belong together in this new world I will create. Come with me, be baptized by lava, and destroy what is left of this place. He like stamps his foot on the lava, and an archway of pure lava appears. Step through and take what you want, brothers and sisters. Do not wait any longer to be told what you can and cannot have. Take it. Yes?
Goodless, still in disguise, and I presume it's been a minute listening to this speech.
Yeah.
So with the actor feat, she'd be able to mimic voices and all that.
Nice.
Stepping forward with these two shadows as she gets close. He is an imposter. Finish him. Commanding the two shadows that are following her.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check. I'm going to give you advantage on this because of the actor feat.
Also have an inspiration.
Okay. And you get a bardic inspiration.
D12s.
Come on.
That's going to be a 20.
20.
Yeah.
So there's good news and bad news. One of them believes you 100%. The other one doesn't. So what happens is one of them rushes forward. There's just like this wave of darkness approaches this man and draws this scythe and spins it and goes for a slice just as the other one intercepts and locks scythes with him. And now these two shadows end up taking each other. They are fighting each other, and he's just like, "Oh, who wants to step in front of me and claim my throne before it's even begun?"
You are not who you claim to be. Brethren, finish him.
Okay.
Fatality.
As this is all of them like are confused in this whole situation, like that their intelligence isn't the best, put it that way, of like these ones that's gathered around here. Like there's a few high ranking ones, and then ones are definitely more of like, wait, there's two of them. Okay, this is strange. But
I do have a question.
yes, sir.
How far away is the magma pool?
So I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. So are you talking
You know,
where
the
he's
magma
currently
pool.
standing?
The thing that you were saying,
Oh,
go
the
on, go
archway.
take what you want. Yeah.
So that would be about 15 foot away from him, and he's dead center in the magma. So from where you, depending where you are, if you're right at the back of the crowd, it's probably about 100 or so foot from you. If you,
That's perfectly fine.
okay, if you followed up with at least you're probably about 40 foot from it.
I'm going to crouch down and touch the ground,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast guards and wards
Okay.
and create a building. And one of the main parts of it is it's going to hide the lava archway so they can't find it easily. And the whole thing is just going to be like a maze of corridors.
Okay.
And my allies can see fine, but anybody else that isn't
Okay.
one of my friends are in thick fog corridors.
Okay.
And it's just a maze.
Perfect. So I would say a good amount of people got through, like beings got through, but you do manage to they're just like running through it, then all of a sudden they just stop. And they're just like, and he's just like, why are you stopping? Take what you want. And like the rest of them just confused. He's just like, maybe I will have to do this myself. Like I've always had to. And a few that's listened to you, Lise, with your play there, start to rush at him. And he, without showing remorse or blinking, and even for you guys, again, you can roll a perception check to try and perceive this, but he just slashes him down, like without even drawing his weapon. But if you roll a perception check to
23.
23?
21.
13.
Yeah, no, not quite high enough to see when he actually drew his weapon.
Oof.
But yeah, you just see like the ones you told to that he was imposter. I would say it was a fair 50, 60 of them. He just, and they all just,
down the wall.
Yeah, down, and they just go to the lava, and he's just like, starts to raise up out of the lava. Now, are we going to start to compete properly and fairly? Or are you still going to try and use my pawns against me?
Liz is going to slip behind this fortress, drop
Yep.
that disguise, and then turn into someone else that looks relatively high rank.
Okay.
So it was perhaps sitting back a bit.
Yep.
Someone who wasn't necessarily engaging with what Liz was saying earlier, and
Yes.
tries to do the same thing, kind of.
Perfect. So what essentially happens with that is the ground troops now start to turn on each other. And they start to fight amongst themselves. However, the main one in the center is like still like hovering above, and he's just like, many more will join my cause once I show them the true worth of what I can do. And he just like stretches out his hand, and you see the ones that were fighting amongst each other, they just turn to dust.
Oh.
We can keep this up all day, or at least I can. And then like more and more people like the people there just start to turn against each other, with you doing this, and like the high ranking ones start to, we cannot trust anyone. No, we can. Maybe it is you. No, it is you. And they start to fight, and then like one's like, you know what? I never liked you anyway. Yeah, well, that makes two of us. And they all just start to fight in between, and he's just like, okay.
Going to two companions. I think this is the best chance we're going to get. Think we should take them on now while they're distracted?
You're not wrong. Let me see. And it's up to you if you're going to allow me to see this sketch. I kind of want to move the fortress a little bit and make an arena for segregating him from the rest of his army. They're fighting each other, but just in case any do get zealous.
I will allow that.
Yeah,
And
I'll
I
just
will allow all of you to be safe from what he's about to do next.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say, like, he could attack us right now, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, as you like hands on the ground, just focusing, you guys see, because obviously you see it perfectly fine, but you can see the network of magic kind of like coursing and like changing and moving. When he's like making the arena stuff, you kind of see it as blueprints, because obviously you can see perfectly fine where everything is. So you see it more as blueprints as he's like crafting it and making this arena, just in time to be out of the impact of a meteor swarm that annihilates the fighting that's happening from the ground. And he just looks down and sees the three of you inside of the arena. Oh, so this is to be my challenge.
Nothing like saved by the fortress, anyway.
May I ask who I have the honor of killing from R.U.N.E?
Well, courtesies go both ways.
Ah, of course. Would you like my human name or my monster name? I take it you're gonna treat me like a monster either way.
I mean, we won because you act like one.
I go to work.
Well, I was once called Ethaniel, but now I go by Drakai.
Well, Drakai. Pleasure to engage you in combat, I guess.
While these two have been chatting
Yep.
with Drakai, could Bliss have been trying to sneak around behind?
Yeah, I will allow that. Give me a stealth check.
I don't know if this would help, but the fog that is in the arena, because he will see the fog while we won't. Would that help?
I will say it will go by
She
his...
already has advantage anyway,
Okay,
so
cool.
I don't think anything more would. But it was a 24.
24, nice. What I would say is I'd go by his passive instead of like him actively trying to look while this is happening. So from that, you definitely seem like you've managed to sneak behind and out of sight.
And just with her rapier.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Drakai. Remember the name? The Phantom Whisperer. And she's going to stab him.
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
With advantage, stealth, or did she break
why
that
not?
by talking?
No, I'll allow that.
That's going to be 22? No, 32?
Yeah, 32
19
to hit.
plus 13?
Yeah,
Yep.
that will hit.
I probably should have said, is it right to make that booming blade?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So that's 21 initial damage
21.
and
Nice.
sneak attack. I might do that on the sheet.
Yep.
Big damage.
For 28.
Okay, nice. With that, as you stab him straight through the back, he's just see, our kind is called the monsters, yet you attack first. I'm gonna get you all to roll initiative.
Okay. Here we go.
This dice is bringing in all the nat 20s.
Oh, nice.
25.
Perfect. 25.
19.
19 for Ash. And Jin, please tell me it's higher than 10. I know you have.
It is actually,
You have a
but
bit of a
I
track
got
record.
I got 12.
Well, I mean, it's higher than 10. We'll take
It would have been lower, but I have advantage on initiative rolls.
Amazing.
I thought it would have been a 5.
Oh, what is your dex, Jin? Because Drakai also got a 19.
Oh, I have a plus
Sorry.
3. So
Not Jin.
yeah.
I wrote that down wrong.
Ash.
Ash.
18. My dex is.
Yeah, so you go first. Okay, so with that stab straight through the back, Lise, you do have the first upturn. So you managed to get that one lucky hit. What are you going to do now?
Immediately following up with another one.
Yep.
Kind of trying to stab into his neck, I guess.
Okay.
21.
21 does hit you.
For 21 damage.
Nice.
Is anyone close enough to have procced sneak attack with this, or would they have been too far away at this point?
I think you're still pretty far. Like, you're not like right up in combat with him at the moment.
No,
Yeah, so,
not yet.
unfortunately, just in this instance.
Initial phase, yeah.
Anything
Then I
else?
think that would be a
Okay.
bonus action to disengage and
Yep.
try to dash away.
Perfect. Yeah, you can definitely disengage and dash.
Not
Um,
mechanically dash, just
Yeah,
literally
I know,
dash.
Go
I know, yeah, just be like, I'm out. I got 2 hits on him. He's gonna be pissed. I'm gone.
That's it. I'm done.
I can feel the wrath coming.
That'll bring us to Ash.
So the question is, how far away is he?
From you, he's about 15 foot.
15. Oh, that's not too bad then. Yeah, I guess I will finish the whole, as the whole finishing of that.
Yep.
Pull the sword out and, get into a posture and kind of charge forward and just taking the momentum to rush straight into him, I guess. 30-20?
30-20 just misses.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's a shame. Well, second attack.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to fucking miss as well. 19.
Oh my god, yeah, that does miss as well. Just like, you get in the right position and you go stab her once, and he just like sidesteps and stab again. Reel him from the stabs he's taken earlier. Just made him more aware, so he just manages to maneuver out the way.
That's a shame. Well, since I didn't hit any of the attacks, there's not much more I can do. So, yeah, no.
Okay. That brings us to Drakai. What one of his toys does he want to play with?
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I think that will be what he will do. He looks at you in front of him and he's just like, I will make you the example here. And he is going to spend 2 sorcery points for a quicken slash. So what that does is it's kind of like a quick spell. Basically, he can make a sword attack with a bonus action. And if he hits you, you have to make a con saving throw. And if you fail it, he spends a spell slot to reduce your armor class by that spell for the next 10 minutes.
Better.
Okay.
From Lys's perspective, would this look like casting a spell or more like just an attack?
No, it looks like it. From your perspective, all you see him do is go to grab his sword. Like you don't see much else than that. That's not good. That will be a 22 to hit.
I would hit, but I'm going to bring the sword up an astral reaction.
Okay, yeah, go for an astral reaction.
Which is a plus 13 to AC, making my AC 31.
Yeah, okay. That will last until the end of the round, but he is going to take his 3 sword attacks nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 20. I can't add today. 10 plus 16.
26.
Yeah, I can't do math. And that one, and the last one is a natural 20.
Oof.
That's definitely fucking hit.
It's only because of his sword he gets advantage. Like I rolled an 8 and a natural 20, so if he didn't have that sword, it would have been an 8. So that will be 9 plus 14 for 23 points of slashing and 15 points of necrotic damage. Just as he, like, literally, for you two though, you don't even see him draw his sword. And for the moment, Ash, you don't see him draw a sword up until blood starts to gash from you, even though you're used your magic to alter time and space to prevent that. Which I just realized that was a crit, so it should have been doubled. That wasn't doubled.
Yeah, which is another 25 and 15.
It's fine. I made the mistake, so we'll ignore it. But yeah.
But I remember the numbers. That's the issue.
Yeah, no. But I made the mistake, so we'll ignore it for now. But I will make sure I don't do that again. Okay, so that's bonus action. That's his action. Yeah, that's his turn for now. That brings us to Jin.
Okay. So Jin will answer his question. I will show you respect. You may call me Jin Ryunosuke, and I'll make your death quick. And I will use my bonus action to rage.
Okay.
And with this, it's going to be, what's it called? Dragonic Rage.
Yes.
So, he will get golden dragon wings manifest on his back, and then is he within 40 feet? Because that's my movement speed.
Yeah.
So I'll rush in.
Yep.
And I'll go in for when I get within 5 feet.
Yep.
Great axe attack. I am going to make this reckless. And I'm going to do great weapon master, I think it's called.
Yep.
So I'm going to take a -5.
-5, but
to get
plus,
+10.
yeah.
We'll see. Ooh, 18 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately.
That's right. That's one attack. I spin around, try it again. Still reckless. Still with hopefully. Does be 24
Yes, that
to
will
hit.
hit. Yeah,
Okay.
we're in there.
Okay. So that would be 22 points of slashing damage. And then my heritage I chose as fire.
Yep.
So he takes another 8 points of fire damage.
Nice. Thank you very much.
And that is me. I shall stay there.
Perfect. At the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action. Yeah, he's just going to go for. He's going to use a legendary action to take a slash back at you for slashing at him.
That is fair.
Which will be a 9 plus 16 is a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm telling you, my math today is bonked. Okay, so that will be 18 slashing and 15 necrotic.
15. Necrotic. And then is the 18
Slashing, yeah.
halved? I assume. Or was that already halved?
No,
Because of
that
my
wasn't
rage.
half. That was just full. So that would be 9 for you, yeah. Yeah, that's his legendary action. So that brings us back to Lise.
So, Nocturne should be taking turns. What do you do with it?
With you.
After?
Yeah, no, it can go with
okay,
your
cool.
turn, yeah.
In which case, could Nocturne go and flap kind of on his face?
Yep.
Trying to use the health action?
Definitely.
Trying to blind him, yeah. 27? Booming Blade, this is.
Yeah, that will hit.
$22 initial damage.
Yep.
And then 25 sneak attack.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot I had mobile, so just dashing this time and then going back. Maybe, let's say 20 foot.
Perfect, okay.
And that'll be her turn.
Okie dokie.
Probably worth noting that Nocturne is technically staying on his head.
Perfect. I will note that. Nocturne. Okay. Perfect. That brings us to Ash.
You know what? Just because of safety reasons, summon Draconic Spirit at 8th level.
Okay.
There'll be a Topaz Gem Dragon that's going to manifest out of necrotic energy in the sky and fall down behind him.
Yep.
So that's the action. I think bonus action is to command them on my turn.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you do get one thing with your bonus action on your turn.
Yeah. So I guess we do the multi-attack then. Equal to half of the spell's level rounded down. Okay.
So 4.
So it makes 4, yeah. Which is bug. Told you I should have done this. Anyway, let's just spell. I need to find where it is to hit. God fucking damn it.
Drokai's thinking to himself, I should stop hitting people with my sword and start throwing spells.
Yep. Possibly. So just a melee. Okay, so it's a D20 plus the spell level, I think it is.
Yes.
Well, the first one's not going to hit.
Okay.
Neither's the second. Jesus. Neither's the third. And neither's the fourth.
So this spirit
This
just,
dragon's been so useful.
yeah, starts trying to tear and claw at him, and he's just like still looking directly at you with this bird like flapping in his face. He's just like ducking and weaving.
Yeah, and that's me done.
Sweet. That will bring us to Drakai. You know what? He is going to run out of resources soon. Spend 2 more spell points. Sorry, I've been saying spell slots, or I mean sorcery points, but
No, you said source points the first time.
oh, I did. Okay,
You did this points.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm tripping over myself then.
You're tripping yourself this time, yeah.
So yeah, he's going to pay 2 more sorcery points, and he's going to do a quicken slash against you, Jin, this time. What I'm going to do, because the bird is flapping in front of him, I'm going to take away his advantage that he gets from the sword. So that will be a 26 to hit.
Hits.
Just in case, silvery barbs.
Okay.
And I'll give the advantage to Jin.
Oh, thank you.
That would be a nat 1 for a 17 to hit.
Hey, that just misses.
Okay, in that case, then he will. I think he's just going to take 3 slash attacks against you, Ash, because you seem to be the problem.
Yep, I know. I know.
Because the one that keeps stabbing him and running away, that's problematic for later, but you're problematic for now. So that will be a.
This is not going to go well.
Well, that's another natural one. Like, I think I'm gonna give myself some points every time I roll nat 1. It's gonna add up so that I can finally hit. Second one, because I've took away the advantage now, because obviously the bird. So that's a 27 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
And last one is another nat 1.
It looks like we swapped this week.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because earlier Kisman's like, oh,
I'm not going to roll a single natural 20 this week, and yeah.
So that's 17 slashing plus 10 points of necrotic.
Which is 5, because I get the dragon's element as my resistance.
Amazing. Yeah, so that is his 3 attacks, his bonus action. That brings us to Jin.
I was going to say, before we go, could I use my reaction to attack back, because I have Sentinel, and he attacked.
No, because
Ash.
he didn't move. Sentinel there. That would be retaliation if you're going to attack. It's only if he moves with Sentinel.
Yeah, so part of Sentinel as well is that when a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against a target other than me,
okay,
I can then also hit.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
I'm on the base.
And I'm going to use that advantage I got. And that is a natural 20.
Oh.
Yes.
But I didn't do Great Red Master, so I won't get the plus 10. But I do have Brutal Critical.
Yes. I think you got 2 at this level, no?
Yes. I need to find all my D12s. Should have another one. There you go.
Hey, look, I'm being useful for once.
That's right. Next week we'll be back
Ignore
to
the
campaign
dragon.
where you can't roll higher than a 5.
Yeah, no. Just ignore the dragon, because that's not really being useful. Oh.
That's going to be 23 points of slashing damage plus flames. Another 12 points of fire damage.
Okay. Ouch. 23. Are you sure? So that should be. You should have rolled 3d12, and one of the d12 you double.
Oh, one of the details I double. I didn't
Yes.
double. Okay. Okay, I rolled them together, so I don't know which one I double.
I tell you what, just roll an additional d12. We're counting that as the double one.
Okay. So there's another 7.
Okay, cool. Yeah, perfect. I was going to say it should have at least got to 30. Perfect. Yeah, ouch. He's not looking so happy now.
Cool. And then,
So-
then it's my
Yeah, then it brings it to
Go.
your turn. Yeah.
So then let's go do the same things again. So reckless, great weapon.
Yep.
All that jazz. Oop, that rolled off the table. Okay, that should hit. That's a 23.
Yeah, 23 does hit.
Ooh. So we 26 slashing plus another 9 points of fire damage. Sorry, 6 points of fire damage. I can't do maths.
Amazing. Okay. Okay.
Second attack.
One more attack. Yep.
Same again. Ooh, no, that's a 4 and a 5, so that won't hit.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. You like slash and cut him quite deep, and then you come round and slash back on his back, and then on the third time you go to slash again, and he just like catches the blade in his mouth and just like spits it back at you. He's just like, now we'll see who has a real problem.
That's not very hygienic. But that's okay.
Okay,
It's its own blood. It's fine.
he's going to use legendary action at the end of your turn, and he is going to fly. Yeah, so he's going to use his wings and he's going to shoot up 30 foot.
That would trigger booming blade, I presume.
Yes, it would. Yes, and also an opportunity attack. Yes, because
Yes,
you do get your reaction.
because I got it back, did I?
14.
14 misses. Oh no, sorry, damage. Yeah, of
that
course.
was.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sorry.
Thunder, if it matters.
Perfect.
Oh, it's really low. I got 20 to hit.
That misses. His AC
Yeah.
is 21.
Has you? Okay.
Okay, yeah, so he's up there now. Lise.
So Liz is going to retreat back into if there's any shade or any area that she can try to hide.
Yeah, there's a bit.
31 on the stealth.
Yes, 31. You seem to be pretty well hidden.
And she's going to cast suggestion and just say, why don't you drop that sword?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, love
So
suggestions.
that's disadvantage on the save because of magical ambush.
Yep.
And it is wisdom 16.
Well, I'm on brand there. He does fail, so he will drop the sword.
Just using any movement she has to go and pick it up and get as far away as
Okay.
possible. That'll be her turn.
Okay, cool. That brings us... Actually, at the end of your turn, he's going to use He's going to use 2 legendary actions so he can cast a spell. He is going to point at Jin and cast Finger of Death.
Seeing
That's
this coming,
fair.
could she counterspell?
You can certainly try, yes.
That's a 20.
Yes,
Don't know
that's
what
countered.
level.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, so he points out to you this green energy starts to trickle at his base of his finger. He shoots it towards you, and just as it hits you, it just disperses. And he just slips into the shadow.
Thanks.
Okay, that will bring us to Ash.
So we got a problem here. I can't really fly. Secondly, bonus action to drink a potion, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to drink that potion that this was kind to find for us. Because, ow. Hey, not bad. And since I can't fly and bonus action has been used to drink a potion, the dragon's just going to sit there doing nothing, and I'm going to cast.
You're so happy you
find
chose that
it.
spell, weren't you?
I honestly, just for the resistance. I'll be completely honest with you.
That's fair. That's valid.
Not that one. This one. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's a giant sword.
Oh, Mordekainen
Mord?
sword?
Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce it, so.
Yep.
And I'm just going to, summon it right in front of his face.
Okay.
And then, does it get the 2 attacks, or is it just classed as 1?
When it's summoned, I think you just get the 1 attack off when it's summoned. Let me double check for you.
Create a sword, start plane, hovers within range, less furious. When the sword appears, you make a melee attack. Yeah. So it just gets the
Yeah,
1,
just the 1,
I
yeah.
think. Better than nothing, because I can't fly. So. A fucking claw if you hit something now. 26.
That will hit.
And that will be. Of course, you'll disappoint me on the damage. 13 force? Force.
Perfect. Okay.
And since I can't do anything, I'm just going to have a brisk 40-foot walk around the arena.
Okay, no problem. That will end your turn, Ash, and that will bring us to Drokai. I have played around with you fools long enough. I want you to be bathed in the fire of holy rebirth. And he is going to cast Pyroclasm.
Oh.
I'm going to counterblast
Okay.
and just hope for the best.
Yes, try and roll. Let's see if you can.
I'm pretty sure I know what this is. But anyway. Well, that's a 19 and a +4 for 23.
Yeah, you counter it. Yeah.
And he also takes damage.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And that is 14 psychic, I think.
Perfect. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay. For a bonus action, he's just going to. I don't know, sit and cry, I think.
Don't worry, I feel you on an emotional level. This is me on every other session.
No, he's it's for me, it's like one of them, when you watch like a B movie and it's like, oh, this could be so cool if someone was to throw some budget at him. It's like he's like the bootleg superheroes, and you're like the Avengers, and he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, man.
That's cool. It's fine.
No, bonus action. He is going to Misty Step because he's got dual caster, so he can cast 2 spells in turn.
Nice.
So he is going to Misty Step. Yeah. That will bring us to Jin's turn.
Okay.
So he was 30 foot up, and now he's 30 foot away.
Okay. Unfortunately, he lost his wings because he took too much damage. So this might kill him, but I'm going to do it. I'm assuming I can end my rage as a bonus action, correct? Just willingly?
Yeah.
It's going to take me a whole round to get my rings back. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And then as my action, I've got a javelin, so I'm just gonna yeet it towards him and see if I can hit it.
When in doubt, throw a stick at a monster.
When in doubt,
Yeah.
javelin it out.
Yeah.
No, he's used to fighting close range. That's like 17.
No, unfortunately, that doesn't hit.
For second attack, he has a hand axe, which he can throw, but it'll be a disadvantage because he's too far away.
It's his thing.
Yeah, literally, he's just like, oh, what else have I got in my backpack? Oh, moldy sandwich, that'll do.
She's gonna pick me up in a minute and throw me. Go on, Ash.
Go! Yeah, it's gonna be a disadvantage because it's within.
Yep.
It's too far, basically. So, that would have been a good roll, though. That's still alright. My lowest is a 12, so it's 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, that's really sad. 11 points. Is it slashing? Hand axes? Yeah, slashing.
Okay.
Is the fire only within close range? I don't actually know.
No. The fire would hit on the axes.
Oh, nice. So it's another 12 points of fire damage. I got max then. 2 6s.
I just like to think it's from the movie Kung Fu Hustle, where they just throw the handles of the knives instead of like the actual, because like the blade gets stuck in the guy and just throws
So they just...
Yeah, like I'd like to imagine like that's the stress level you would go through. You just end up throwing like, oh. Anyway.
I still have... that is it. They can't get any closer.
Perfect. Not really, but anyway. At the end of your turn, he is going to use 2 legendary actions to cast a spell. He is going to cast his last 7th level spell. He is going to try a Finger of Death again at you, Ash. Can I please get a con save?
You can. Not going to go well. I can feel it.
You'll be fine. You've got this.
This way is like natural 20.
No, that's a whopping 10 total.
Okay. Yes, he's doing something.
Question: Finger of Death's necrotic damage, right?
Yes. Kisman, don't rain on my parade. He's doing something, alright?
Just make I pick the Topaz Dragon, eh?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, good choice.
The thing is, Kisman probably just chose that just as like, it's...
No, it's because his melee attacks against me did necrotic. I was like, that's the only other thing. So I was like, you know what? That will have to work.
You're smart. You thought about it.
31, 32, 40, 46 plus 30, 76 points of necrotic damage.
So 38.
Yep.
Ouch. But I'm fine.
Yeah. He does that. That will bring us to Lise.
So how far up is he at this point?
So he's 30 foot up and 30 foot away. So from, I would say he's within 60 foot of any of you, roughly.
So would there be a position that she could get within 30 foot? That would be directly under, I guess?
Yeah, I suppose if you used to like run like towards near where he was and be under him, yeah.
And I'm guessing that's not in anywhere that's available to hide?
No, there wouldn't be. No, be open
in which
space.
case, just why don't you come down here? Again, casting suggestion. This
Okay.
time normal flat roll. 16 wisdom.
On.
He's like, you know what? That's a very good idea, and he lands.
Much safer down here.
Yes.
You know what? I feel so bad because I know how this feels.
It's
At
fine.
this
It's
point,
really fine. It's you know, the one time
So-
I build a big bad, it's not like high in wisdom.
In true me fashion, though, I've forgotten any ranged spell or attack, so this is the only way she can do anything. And if he's coming down, is he going directly down?
Yeah, he just was like, I'm gonna land. Yes, what's up?
And she can't do anything. She's right next to him, so she's just going to end her turn there.
Okie dokie. You know what? He's gonna use. You're right next to him now. So he is gonna use his last legendary action to give a slash attack against you. No, he can't because he doesn't have his sword. So he is just he's just gonna punch, yeah, unarmed strike. That'd be 17 to hit.
Misses, thanks to mage armor.
Just screams into a pillow. Okay, yeah, that will bring us to Ash.
Well, the sword's going to fuck off. But I'm going to use a bonus action because I think the sword I'm just going to spell it as like a free action, isn't it? It's cancelled.
Yep.
So get rid of the sword and just tell the dragon to go over for bonus action and try and rend him because I don't think I'm going to get there. I think he's still too far, so it's the best I can do. So let's see. Fuck it, I'll just roll for it once. Start wiggling. Okay, so a natural 1, so that one's not going to hit. A natural 2, that's not going to hit. But 13 for 21.
That will just hit.
And a natural 20 for 28.
Yep, both of them two will hit.
So I just need to summon dragon, blah, 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 blah. 1d6 plus 4 plus 8. So 1d6 plus 12. So that is 13 slashing on the first round.
Okay.
And 16 slashing on the second round.
Okay. Yeah, was that one doubled because of the crit?
That was a crit, good point. So it's not. So it's just 4 doubles, so 8 plus 12, so 20 slashing on the second one, sorry. And spells. What? I don't even know what I've got left. Give me a second. That's no. There's no corpses. I don't think. No.
No.
That doesn't help because fucking There's no way he's within 40 feet of me, is there? No.
No, I mean 60 foot. I would imagine. Well, no.
I did take the brisk walk around the arena, so I don't know where I am.
But he's landed now, so
Valid
technically
point.
He's
he
landed.
would be, yeah. He would be within.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna run up and stab him in the face. Then that's me trying to find out what I was gonna do with my action.
Yeah.
Well, that's natural 1, so that's not gonna hit.
There's a natural 1.
Right, that means I'm going to start rolling high now.
And that's a 7 for 19, so that's not gonna hit either.
No, perfect. Yeah.
I'm mobile, so whatever movement I had left, I'm leaving as well.
Okay. You had about probably 15 foot, 10 foot, or something like that. Yeah.
At least it's all balancing out now. It's coming back.
We'll see. I've got to see. Okay, so that ends Ash's turn. That brings us to Drakai.
Saying that, I forgot the con save for the dragons, so let me just do that because I doubt I'm going to actually keep the dragon up from the death fingers, so I think the dragon's also gone.
We'll say retroactively it survived one more turn and it'd be gone after this one if you fail the con save. But you might get a crit. You never know. It's been a crazy
Yeah,
day.
possibly. No, that's a 13, so yeah, the dragon's gone now.
Okay, cool. Right, so Drakai is just going to look at all of you and be like, see, when it boils down to it, humans are not so different from monsters. You attack me purely because I am different. But I am able to go and do something far greater now. Thank you. And he is going to yeah, he is going to upcast to use his last 8th level because he's been using all his other spells throughout the day. Blah 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 blah.
Still going to try and counter blast.
Okay,
So
he's going to attempt to teleport.
but that's a 17, so just misses.
Oh, you just miss, yeah.
By 1.
What?
Unless a bardic inspiration comes up, but no, it wouldn't
No, it
work because I haven't
wouldn't,
given
no.
myself. Because you can't give them to yourself, can you?
No,
As a bard?
not technically you
Not-
can. With
Not the
like,
one that I've got.
yeah,
Yeah.
peerless skill is a skill where you can use them like that. But yeah, lava comes around, swirls around Drakai, and just engulfs him as he teleports out. As that happens, I need all of you to now roll deck saves, as where he was keeping the lava under control, it all starts to erupt and ray.
Natural 20 for 29.
Okay, good.
Now it
Is
shows
this
up.
an effect? Is this an effect we can see?
Yeah. It's basically a volcano erupting.
Ooh, I think I have advantage of this. Is it? Would you say Dex?
Yes. Sorry, I'm just laughing. Not because you have advantage on it. It's just where you're like, it's a volcano erupting. Oh, I have advantage on that specific thing. Just when volcanoes erupt, I have advantage.
Just volcanoes erupt.
Oh,
No,
how
'cause
neat.
16.
Ooh, fail, unfortunately.
15, so that's a
Ooh,
fail.
fail as well. So that will be. So here's how it works. Because it's lava, you take the initial impact from it, and then you become consumed by the lava, which is some stupid amount of damage per round. So I'm going to give you all one action now. With the exception of Ash, I'm going to say you would have one turn to be out of the way of lava, but then because it's erupting and coming down, it would impact you next, and so you would have to continue to make the deck save to keep freeing. The 2 it failed. I'm going to give you one action now. If you can try and get away from the lava, otherwise you're going to take about 80 points of fire damage now and 20 points of poison, and then you're going to start being consumed by lava. So is there anything you can do, like teleport or?
Okay, I have an idea. So I'm assuming it might be a roll, but I'm quite strong. Could I carry both of them if I were to fly and pick them up, or would it only just be one and then it's a roll?
Yeah, so you would have to pick one of them. What I would say is, Ash at the moment is he's not in immediate danger. He will be in 6 seconds, but right now he's not in immediate
Okay,
danger.
because
So you have 6 seconds where you see Ash is okay, but Lise is going to be in trouble.
yeah. So if that's the case, just 6 seconds. It's got a bonus action, rage, sprout my rings,
Yep.
and then my action is to pick up
Okay.
Lisa and fly up.
So you're flying up, you're out of the thing. You will still take poison damage from being such in
Yeah.
So you're going to take the full 20 poison damage from this thing. Then you will have to make con saves until you're out of the radius of
Okay.
the lava. Ash, 6 seconds is gone. Can you make a deck save to get to the next area?
I can certainly
Can
try.
lightning strike twice?
If it does, well, no, that's a 17.
Okay, so yeah, I like I gave them. I'll give you one thing to do. Basically one. You got 6 seconds to do something.
I do that, then there's not really an easy way home. You know what? I have an idea. I'm going to flip the cloak and polymorph myself into a giant eagle and
Okay.
start flying up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
You will take the
Maybe
18
get the giant
points of poison.
Yep.
And again, I need all three of you. I would say you need to make 2 con saves to get out of the proximity of the poisonous ash to be home and clear. So let's say 2 more con saves.
1 second.
So we'll do the first one now.
Okay. So I'm on like 8 HP, just so I know as well.
Okay. Oh my god.
What was the saving again, sorry?
So yeah, it just a con save if you can.
Con save.
20.
20, okay.
When I polymorph, I take the eagle stats, don't I?
Yes, you do, because
Yeah.
It's not much better than mine. It's not much. That's a 4. That's a 4. For con.
18 for con?
okay. You guys will take half the poison damage, you two, being out the proximity, so you would take that was quite a low roll, so 8 points of poison. That is already halved. It was 16. So you will take the full 16.
So I take 8 actual health damage. Cool.
Yes. You are now falling, potentially into lava. You have a reaction.
The only one that I can think of is, if you'll allow me to, summon a draconic spirit and land on that, so I can fly with that out of there.
I mean, I tell you what, it's technically not a reaction, but I will allow it just so you don't get melted. But
Thanks.
with that, the current island you was on is now consumed by the volcano. And once you manage to navigate away from the volcano, being tapped on ability and skill set, you now have to start to contemplate a way to try and escape the monster gate, or as it's come to know, in the Bemuda Triangle. And I feel that is where we will end tonight. No one melted. No one melted.
Oh, we got close.
Very close. And that is where we end tonight, and we will catch you all next week, hopefully continuing our campaign into Dagazarth. Catch you around. Bye.